Hey everybody, I hope you've been well. It's been a few months. Sorry for being away for so long without really updating you guys on what's been going on my side. Hopefully this video will help out here. There's a lot of details that go on a little bit later on in this video, so I want to give a quick summary here at the start for those that might not have the time for all the details. Um, but I've had to do a lot of personal growth, so I took a hiatus from the internet to focus mainly on myself and my family life, etc. Um, Finding out about the anxiety disorder that I've been living with last year really put a dampering on my life at the point that I was at. Uh, but I feel like I've grown a lot and become a better person from it. So hey, positive outlook on things, right? A lot of bad things happened all at once, and a lot of my motivations for how I lived had become almost toxic in a way. And I had to grow and overcome those things. But hey, here I am and back to making content. And I'm excited to move forward, march forward. Uh, 3 weeks ago today was March the 4th, and that was the day that I did this stream that all the footage is from. That stream was also a charity event in conjunction with the ADAA, the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. I took the ad revenue from that last video that we did, doubled it with some of my own money, donated $500 to the ADAA, and asked if people wanted to help hopefully break that stigma of discussing anxiety and depression to also donate if they saw fit. I'll leave a link to their website down below here as well in the info section if you folks feel so inclined to help out with their cause. If not, totally cool, but there is a lot of information on their website. If you deal with any sort of anxiety or depression issues, please check it out. I learned a lot from their website. They were super helpful for me. As for the future, I will be still making content, although it might be a little bit different going forward. I've parted ways with the Clone Hero team. It was a mutual decision that we just had a lot of disagreements on direction, things of that nature, and we've parted ways. I will be focusing on a lot of personal growth as well. I've always wanted to do more with music. So I've started doing Rocksmith streams. It's a game I used to work on at Ubisoft, and I've always had performance anxiety about playing in front of people. I would never even play in front of my own parents in the past. So far I've done 2, and I'll be doing more in the future as I go. Playing my bass and trying to practice and enjoy, and it'll be fun. We're also going to be doing some variety games. We've been playing some Tetris already. Celeste is going to happen. We've done Dark Souls, Bloodborne, things like that in the past as well. So more variety will for sure happen, but lots of music, lots of games, and other content with the community. It should be a lot of fun going forward. I will be communicating with the community, talking about when streams are happening over on my Twitter. So if you're not following over on Twitter, that's going to be the easiest way to get up with me and talk with me. You can also join the Discord. Please feel free to join our Discord. I'll leave a link to that in the info section below as well. For those that would like to take a little bit more time and hear a little more about my backstory and motivations, the rest of this video is a little bit emotional. And all music in it was provided by Affalion from the Pretzel Rock service. So shout out to Affalion. And there's definitely some weird edits, some cuts here and there for information that wasn't as relevant now, a few weeks later. Hopefully it gets the point across. And if you have questions, leave them down in the comments. I'll try to answer as best as I can. I'm just trying to be as transparent as possible with you guys about what makes me tick and where I've been, what I've been going through. If you're going through anxiety or depression problems, just know that you can overcome them as well. And it's tough, but it's doable. You can get through. All right, guys. With that being said, here is a little bit of that charity stream. And again, it's all over the place. There's lots of thank yous because people were being so incredibly generous in the chat. And I wanted to leave a lot of that in as well for context as to how the stream went. Thank you for your support and all the comments and kind messages while I've been away. I hope you're doing well, and I can't wait to see you over on Twitch. Rock on, Paradise City. Liam, Padata, it's good to see you. Sith Shinobi, I know I'm missing so much. Tara, Snap, thank you. ACJ, welcome, thank you. Isra Bryan, good to see you. Deer Hill, Life of Groot, welcome back. Woo! Appreciate you guys so very much. I'm friggin' tearing up already. Jesus Christ. Missed my resub, but it's okay. Can I just be straight up with you guys? I hard cut myself from the internet back towards the middle of October-ish. VH2, you are insane. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Harmadillo, welcome. Half Croon, thank you so very much. Badman, thank you for the support, dude. Whoo! I hard cut myself off from the internet when I realized that I was a lot worse off than I realized. And to see all of this love this many months later is blowing my effing mind. Everybody worries about taking breaks on Twitch. I've been gone basically a half a year at this point, and people are still so incredibly lovely. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Strapping, welcome back, man. You say hi, I'm new here. You're a liar. Welcome back, man. Mr. Face, hope you're doing well. Sparkle, thank you for the biddies. Sam Littlehorns, good to see you. Thank you for the message in chat, man. Much love, dude. GH Attic, good to see you. Everybody, seriously, fucking everybody here. Thank you for coming by and hanging out. It means a lot today, dudes. Florida Boy, welcome back. Thank you for the resubs. Can I also say that you guys are absolutely insane? We nearly had 1,000 subs to the... Dark Fiend, Jesus, dude. Thank you for another 20 gifted subs. That is, again... we still nearly had 1,000 subs while I've been gone. Like, there was, I think, 900 people that were still subbed to the community, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for people that were supporting while I've been away, because that's absolutely insane. I know that I made the video on YouTube about, you know, the anxiety and the monetization shit back in October, but I never really gave a full account of what was going on, and I do want to clear that all up today and give you guys hopefully some experiences and all that shit, so maybe we can hopefully help destigmatize some things around anxiety and depression. I don't know if it'll be of any help, but if so, Jesus, mother of God, Florida! I need to turn this music down. I can barely think to myself, and I know it's already low. Oh God, I'm thinking! Ah! I'm shaking, and I couldn't turn it down. Dark Fiend! Garrett, holy shit! Zephyr, Florida, my God, thank you. I'm sorry for destroying people's ears. DMJ, thank you for the 5,000 bits. And another, and Florida, I'm blood. I spit on my mouth. That's where it comes from. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ordo, thank you. I can't even... Oh my God, there's so much! What is that transition musically? Oh! Shout out to Pretzel. I put Pretzel on for the copyright-free music, and this is what happens. Holy shit! Thank you to Affiliate for the Pirate Burglar theme. Oh, fucking hell. I don't even know, man. Okay, Florida Boy, thank you for the 20,000 bits. Welcome back. Have severely missed you. That is... Guys, I appreciate the bits. Can I just be straight up with you, though? This is supposed to be a charity stream today. I've already taken $500 and donated it to the Anxiety Depression Association of America myself. I would prefer to see some love given over their way. I had a talk with their marketing person the other day. I replaced the donate button down below with a link to their donate page because I think we need to hopefully break through some of this stigma around talking about depression and anxiety as well. I can't talk with this damn music! Oh, God. You already downloaded how much? I donated about $500. And that's the ad revenue from a video that I made about anxiety last year, alongside a little bit of my own because I wanted it to be more than that. I think it was like $250 in ad revenue from the video. I'll put the music on again in a second. I can't even think with the frigging pirate theme in the background. Jesus. Death Metal Cuck. I've missed you too. Who doesn't miss a Death Metal Cuck? Great to have you here, man. There's been so much love real quick. I do want to give out one more blanket. Thank you. There's DMJ. Thank you for those bits, man. And I appreciate the kind words. I'm going to probably need to go back through and read a lot of these messages after the stream because it's legitimately crazy. Showerhead, thank you for the support. Null NV, Scorpiot. DMJ, I see those more bits. My God, dude, thank you. Ordo, everyone, man. Natar, thank you for the 1500. Red Wing, welcome back. Chelish. Woo! Holy hell. You have no idea how many times I rewatch your streams? Well, Fury, good to have you here. First things first, let's talk about the future, because I do want this to not just be a charity stream today. I do want to get back to actually making content with you guys. And I'm not going to set a schedule first and foremost, because I want to make sure that I don't, like, end up just, like, crawling back into bed and staying there for another few months. Because that is where I've been a lot of the time in the last few months, is in bed. I just picked up a bunch of new stuff so that we can have a nice new streaming station to be able to do this. In fact, one of the things I've really been looking forward to is right here. I promised last year that we would do more community streams, and I promised I would get a new capture card. And so we can do some community streams and do some console gaming again, which is going to be great. I'm thinking some Tetris 99 is going to have to happen soon, because Tetris is incredible, and there's a good reason for playing that other than just the game itself. I'll get to that in a bit. Alex the Metalhead, Jesus, thank you for gifting those subs. Can we turn the music back on now? Is it Pirates? Sounds good. All right, cool. Hell yeah. Savage, thank you for the 1,000 bits, man. Am I playing Clone Hero today? I am not. Today is straight up just chatting. Today is talking. We are just talking about two lovely, fun, incredibly fun, great topics. Depression and anxiety. I know everyone's going to love that, right? Guitar, welcome back, man. Visionary, thank you for the biddies. Keyblade, appreciate that host too, man. This is... I'm also just kind of warn you guys, this is going to be a little bit heavy. So I apologize in advance if I just randomly start crying, because I've been thinking about what I wanted to say with a stream like this for a long time. And it's taken a lot of effort to grow the balls to do this, if that makes any sense. Because, again, there is a big stigma. I mean, how many people here in the chat have seen someone get kind of, like, looked down upon for showing any sort of emotion or letting people in vulnerability, right? This is tough. Roy Knight, thank you so much for gifting those subs out, man. I appreciate you, dude. There's a lot of different... I actually even... I wrote even a notepad down here so that I'd have things that, like, I wanted to... Fucking Christ! Garrett, thank you for the 20 gifts. Oh! Turtle, appreciate the 15 months as well. Welcome back, man. Good to have you, dude. Good to have you. One of the things that really, I think, put me into a bad place mentally last year, and I mentioned this on one of the last streams before I before I took my little break from the internet. But before I did, I was only thinking about work. Only thinking about the stream. Only thinking about the content I could possibly make for you guys. Trying to find some way to get Clone Hero funded. Trying to find some way to make that into a bigger game than what it was. And frankly, I was putting way too much stress on myself. Way, way, way too much. I went to the doctors and was diagnosed with an anxiety disorder, which I apparently have had for quite a long time, and I didn't realize just how much it affected me. I thought, a little stress, that's fine. I'm great under stress. No worries. I work great under pressure. Scorpiot, thank you for the 10 gifted subs, man. I appreciate you. But then when you find out things like your serotonin receptors are in your stomach, and the reason why I wasn't feeling hungry as much, and I still cannot tell when I'm physically hungry anymore, is because of the anxiety I was putting myself under. All of those things that I was having in the past, the stomach issues I was talking about on YouTube, that was all physical representations of my stress. I didn't even know that that's an actual thing. I was getting really bad cold flashes. Incredibly bad cold flashes. Like I'd walk to go get food or something like that, and I would just get chilled, even if I was wearing layers. And that's also something else that I found out is a cause from something like anxiety. I had no idea that these were physical representations of something that I was feeling inside me. And that only got worse. Because... if I go forward with this, I gotta kind of rewind the clock back and go back to, like, when I was born and my backstory. Oh god, I'm about to open up to the entire internet. Oh, Jesus. Holy Jesus, this is a moment. Okay. I've mentioned this a little bit in the past on stream, but I kind of want to just give everyone context for what makes me tick as a human being and my motivations. When I was first born, I had something happen to me that 9 out of 10 babies die from, which is called meconium aspiration syndrome. Basically, there is something that is inside your intestines when you are first being born. It's think shit, but it's sterile. And some babies can, if they get scared or spooked or something like that, can breathe it in, and it can make your lungs collapse. So, with that being said, I got very, very lucky when I was first born that I survived in general. And since I was a small child, I have always been told by my parents, hey, you're going to be put on this earth to do something great, right? You're going to do something good. That's always been in the back of my mind. The other thing that led to this, though, that I think really put me in a bad place mentally, has to do with my father. And I'm going to turn the music off, actually, for this part. I'm not talking about Paradad. I'm not talking about Paradad like who you guys know. I am talking about somebody that I've never mentioned on stream before, which is my biological father. And he is not somebody I ever talk about. In fact, this is the first time I've ever acknowledged him publicly. Ever since I was a child, I have had a really hard time, I guess you could say, with a side of me that I've never really revealed to people, which is that my biological father is an absolutely awful, disgusting, horrible, despicable, fucking atrocious human being. And I don't say that lightly. He's still alive, and I hope he sees this. I wanted to get this out of my system before he dies. I'm not even kidding. I have made it my life's goal to be a better human being than him.
to make sure this world is a better place and to not take advantage of people just to make money off of them. Because that's what he did. And I have shifted the goalposts on myself so many times on what constitutes making the world a better place, and I never was satisfied whatsoever. He's an awful human being. He treated my mother horribly. And she would not let me grow up around him. And when I was a small child, she left him. And he scammed people for a living. He's in his 80s now, and he's still alive, and I'm sure he's never gotten caught because I've never seen it. I Googled my entire life for information on him because I wanted to see him brought down. He's an awful human. And I guaranteed to myself that I had to be a better person. And I have made so many mistakes along the way, but I've always tried to be a good person at heart. And I don't know. It all seemed like it was really futile for me when around October of last year, with all the stress I was putting myself under, when I finally hit this highest sub count that the community had ever hit. We were at 5,600 subs. Paradad, the person I consider my actual father, got into a car crash and was nearly killed. And there's something really hard about reaching something you've always dreamed of in building this wonderful community and hopefully making people smile and changing things for the better around the world. Watching the world fall to shit around me in the United States, and then watching the people that I'm most gracious for and most caring towards, my parents, both end up in the hospital in short of a month. Because right afterwards, Paramom was in the hospital too. And it's really hard to work your entire life with this something that brings you anxiety, like this desire for me to be a better human being than the person who was my sperm donor that put me on this earth, to prove to myself that I could do better than he ever did and do it the right way. And then to potentially lose both of my parents at the same time. That was what was running through my mind. And I just broke down. You know, it's funny because I don't think I would even be the same person I am today without this anxiety side of me, without this pressure, without this buildup, because that's the thing that pushed me to get this far in the first place. And so it's really hard when you put all that together in a blender and blend it up and make who JasonParadise is, to come out and say, hey, this is the reason I am the way I am. Never thought I'd be that open about something like that on the internet, but here we are. My biggest thought process in all of this is that while it's taken many more months than I ever thought it would to get to this point, to be able to talk, to be able to share this experience with people, I wanted to let people know that they can overcome this. And whether it's in their blood, in their DNA, like it is for me, because I have awful things in my blood from that man, you can overcome it. All right? That's it. That's it right there. Music? Music? Give me some music. Yeah! Enough of this seriousness, damn it. Cube, I got you, man. I wish I got that lucky. I know a good 10-15 minutes there of just blah, 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 blah. I felt like that was the only way I was gonna get that out, though. So thank you for letting me. Oh god, all the love over to you guys, man. Seriously. I think what would probably be best is for me to just even start responding to some things in the chat too, because that was a lot of the stuff that I needed to get out of my system. But I'd love to talk a little bit about how these last few months have been, what anxiety and depression are like, or maybe some things that I found useful that maybe people could use for themselves if they find themselves going through things like this. I want to be able to give back to you guys with how much you guys do for me. Paramom sent you a message? Oh, God. Oh, no. Did I miss something? I'm going to miss a lot. I doubt you'll see this because of all the love pouring in, but I'll just say this. Florida, Jesus, dude. Paramom, give it back to me if you see if you if you hear this. Thank you, Gorillas. That means a lot, man. Florida, what an incredibly generous thing, dude. Thank you so very much. Happy night. Great to have you here, man. Never bad to let all that seriousness out, though. Thank you, Kara. It's tough because it's something that I've never really talked about publicly through my entire life. The stuff about my biological father is not something I ever really planned on talking about publicly. I've talked about it with a couple of close friends over the years, but never a lot. It's, when your biological father has an extra name that he goes by just to, so a fake name that he goes by, that's probably a bad sign. That's probably a bad sign. Oh, Jesus, man. I don't, I'm so far behind on the alerts that I don't even know what's happening alert-wise right now. I don't have context on what happened. Panda Shaft, I purposely made sure that the music I was using today would be not copywritten stuff so that this stream would not be muted at any point. I'm going to take the entire thing and link back to it here on Twitch. Don't worry, the context will be there. How are Courtney and Tara? Really good. Tara's been really happy with this new cat tree back here. We might see her at some point come in. V's already been in the room. They're both good. Courtney's doing wonderful. Courtney and I have already been living together for over a year at this point, which is insane. We've almost got 2-year anniversary coming up. Time flies, man. Time flies. Caffaldor, thank you for the 2,700 bits, dude. Your YouTube's channel and streamed helped me survive an extremely difficult sophomore and junior year of high school. Viking, thank you for the support, dude. I'm glad it helps. If it makes you smile, then we're doing something right. DMJ, you're insane. Thank you for the 5,000 bits, man. How are Paramom and Paradad now? Let's talk about that. So, Paradad, I didn't get to give too much info on that, the accident that happened. Paradad was in a car accident back in, it was either late September or early October. Which, and this is one of the things that really helped me start sliding down. He was very lucky to survive. He got T-boned by a tourist, and basically my dad's a waiter. He's always worked with his arms. Big, strong boy, Tyler Bate, shout out there. But he tore both of his rotator cuffs from the accident. While it's amazing and like he's great that he's still alive, he's having some trouble because he can't go back to work. So he's doing great, but I think he's crawling out of his own skin because he can't really do the physical things that he wants to do, Paramount message again. Oh god, there it is. Jason Daniel, I fucked up royally when I married him, but he gave me you. You're the best thing that ever came into my life until Paradad came into both of ours. We love you more than words can say. You're the best. Oh, Paramom! I don't know. It's I don't mean to be just the super emotional boy crying about how he loves his parents, but that's me. I guess your parents are almost always your best bet for support. Yeah, and that's exactly it. And I can see both sides of the coin, considering that, haven't heard from my biological father since almost 30 years ago. It's not a bad thing to cry. Rudy, I agree. And I think one of the things that really bothered me as I was growing, it's funny looking back and reflecting on myself and looking at how much I blocked out because I was like, I need to be a big, strong man. I need to just grind my work. I need to find a way to change the world. And again, I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for that. But I was going about it in a very unhealthy way. I want to start doing things that I've never done, because I swear to God, in the months that I've been away, I had to learn to live again. That's one of those things I've been telling Courtney. I couldn't tell you. Think back to how anxious I was on streams whenever we played a game other than Guitar Hero, whenever we played anything that wasn't, something that I knew in Clone Hero, or how I felt whenever somebody asked about playing bass, right? Let's be real about that now. It wasn't that I was worried about playing my bass. That's one of my loves. I love playing music. I was anxious about what people would think if I started playing it because of how I play on Clone Hero. I've been frigging sight reading songs at 90+% for the last 2 weeks on Rocksmith downstairs, and I don't know why I'm so nervous about things. I'm gonna play friggin' Rocksmith on stream as we go forward. Let's do it! These frigging scabs and blisters on my fingers aren't for nothing, man. Dark Adonis, I saw that, man. Thank you for the biddies, dude. Magiku, thank you for the 10,000 bits. Cheating Chicken, I appreciate these gifts that you're sending out, man. Thank you so very much for the support. It's just really hard to acknowledge that throughout my life, some of the things that made me into who I am, like when I went out with friends and all of a sudden I just clammed up and I all of a sudden thought about wanting to go home and just go crawl into bed, that's not normal. That is something that you can work on. I don't need to worry about... If people worry about me missing one note in Rocksmith when I worked on the damn game. It's just a lot of emotion. A lot. Miss Mimi, much love. Thank you for the kind words. It's incredible that you're able to make this a stream. Jody Blah, here's the thing, right? I don't understand why more people don't. I don't know why I didn't. I was so scared in the past about doing anything other than the stuff that made the stream what it was, like Clone Hero. I was scared to show who I was or show parts of me. It was awful. Like, one of my favorite things growing up as a human being was wrestling. I frigging loved it growing up. I'll tell you what, I saw something earlier today, because I still love it. I still friggin' love it. It's basically modern day theater, but that's another topic entirely. There's a wrestler. If anybody's not into wrestling, just trust me on this. There's a wrestler named Aleister Black. Check him out. He's almost like a role model to me at this point, just because of something he put on Instagram earlier today. All right? Because Aleister is freaking awesome. Not AU, thank you for those gifted subs. You're incredible. I'll even link it. I'll put it in the chat right there, that post. That post right there on Instagram. Because he was going through something similar. He was going through psychological and physical problems and anxiety and panic attacks. And now look at him. Kicking ass and kicking people's heads off. In front of tens of thousands of people. That's badass. That's inspirational to me. Doesn't matter what you think of what they do in the ring. I personally love it. Even if you don't, that shit's inspirational right there, man. Whew. In that post that he put up on Instagram, he said, "No one knows about what goes on behind the scenes." And it's so incredibly true. Because I think about what's brought me to this point, and I didn't even think about it anymore. I was running on full speed ahead. Nothing was going to stop me. And I was not taking care of myself. And it's really damaged me. And I'm getting over it now. But it's been hard. And I don't want other people to go through this either. So, in the future, I think us doing more awareness around things like this would be really nice. Maybe we can even do another event in the future for the ADAA. the reason why I wanted to support that charity is because I found out so much good stuff from it when I was struggling. And I'm still struggling. It's always going to be a struggle. But when I was really bad and I couldn't crawl out of bed because it just felt better to have a blanket on top of me and to not worry about the crushing feelings in my chest, I learned about things like, hey, reflect on yourself. Halt. Hunger. Are you hungry? Angry. Are you angry at something? Are you lonely? Are you tired? Halt. That's something that is so critical to me now because I still can't tell when I'm really hungry, physically. I sometimes will just start getting in bad moods, and then I realize it's just because I haven't eaten in 6 hours. And I will be sitting there with Courtney, and we'll be talking about something, and I don't understand why I'm getting in such a bad mood. And then I realize it's just because I haven't eaten. The solution, never stop eating. That's it. I just, oh God, give me all the water. Oh. Oh. I don't know, man. But one of the times that I really started noticing that something was off was actually here on stream, and I wish I could remember who even asked this, because reflecting back on this, it's funny in retrospect, because somebody in the chat said one time, Jason, how are you always so happy? I'm not. I'm not. And that's just it. Nobody is. And yes, I try to put my best foot forward and try to spread optimism and hopefully make people smile on stream. But there's been a lot of not happy days. And I just didn't want to put that out there into the atmosphere, you know? Tara, do you want to come say hi to people? There's a lot of people that like to see you, young lady. Come here. Don't run away. 1 second. Tara. She ran out the door. No, Kitty. Tara, what are you doing? Come here. Hey, what are you doing? Hey. Oh, I got you. Oh, yeah. Hi, kitty. Oh, my goodness. Look at those eyes. You've grown so much since the last time you've been on stream. Oh, my goodness. Say hi, Tara. What's that ear flick? Oh, my goodness. Tara, how do you like everybody with your new lick emote in the chat? She's like, let me off of here, Dad. Oh, God, Spectre, thank you so much for the resub, man. I appreciate that. Tara and V both, ever since we moved into this new house, have both been much happier, too. That's another thing, actually, to mention about the changes we've made to combat this. And we got super lucky in this regard. We ended up finding a really nice place to move to. We used to live in an area that was really, really busy, and a lot of people around where we lived watched the stream. And it was really weird when I'd walk outside and people would be like, Jason! And I felt like I couldn't ever escape work at all. So, you know, when I'd go downstairs from my old apartment, I'd walk down to Starbucks, and I'd have 4 people recognize me by the time I got back home. I was like, okay, this needs to stop. Randy, so good to see you, man. I look forward to chatting soon, man. We got to get you up here, visit. You see, you know, Miss Baby, you would think that'd be amazing until you go to the supermarket and people you don't realize, you don't know who they are whatsoever, are walking up to you pulling on your arm. Because that happened to me. And I'm just like, oh God, I can't even walk out in public anymore around this area where I live because people are pulling on me physically. That's not good. Melta, welcome back. Thank you for the support. Appreciate you. That'd be too much for me. Yeah, Woogie, exactly. So at that point last year, you know, I had moved the goalpost one more time to my goal then being we have to hit 500,000 subs on YouTube by the end of the year. This is my new goal. And I ended up running myself into the ground so much that we hit the goal and I couldn't even enjoy it. It's rough. It's rough, man. I need to listen to better to my mental health, and everybody does because it's become such a taboo topic, especially in America. And we're gonna break that stigma. We're gonna do it together, man. Whoa! When did a zombie pop up? That's new. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. Jesus, man. Technoflare, I missed you guys too, man. I promise I'm going to stop rambling at some point. UCOG rated? Did I miss this? What the hell's happening? I'm so far behind on all the alerts. Good lord, man. How late was that notification? I don't even know. I have no idea. What are pants? Things that you shouldn't be wearing if you're in this stream. Don't follow my lead. Oh, God. You mentioned UCOG's raid? I don't even know what's happening anymore. I'm just a mishmash of emotions and words pouring out of my mouth, man. Trust me when I say, I just feel like a jumbled mash of words. So glad you're back. Yo, Schluppin. I'm glad to be back, too. Let's talk a little bit more about the future real quick, because I do want to mention... I don't know what the schedule's going to be yet. I'm going to try to take it easy, getting back into it, lean back into it. I do want to do a lot more than just Clone Hero now. We'll do some Rocksmith. Maybe I can reach out to the Rocksmith team and see if they'll do something with us here if we play just the songs that are in the game. I don't want to do customs. I still appreciate what they did, so, you know, maybe we can do something there. I want to get some more variety gaming in. I want to do some more community gaming now that we got the new capture card. And considering that I basically was saying before I needed to learn to live again, I'm actually going to take time away and take time to myself. Not like what I just did, but time that Courtney and I can start making content around it. So I'm going to do things that I've never done before. So like, for example, Courtney and I already have a trip planned for next month. We were just talking about WWE. We're going to go to WrestleMania. We're doing the travel package. We're going. Just going to do something fun and make some vlogs with it. Let's friggin' go. That's the kind of stuff we're going to just go and do fun things, right? And we're going to make some content and show you guys what it's about and hopefully make things that make people smile. Courtney herself, we've been thinking about it. She's going to get into streaming herself because people have always been interested in my other half. And she's an amazing individual. And I want people to see why I fell in love with her. So she's going to be streaming. If anybody's interested in checking her out, it's just Courtney Ray on Twitch. So she'll be streaming hopefully pretty soon. And she'll be doing some casual little things here on there, which is really exciting. She's potentially going to be doing some cooking streams in the future too. She wants to do more with cooking and loves the idea. So lots of cool things over there. And maybe we'll even do some casual stuff together. We talked about doing even like puzzle nights or board game nights with some of the mods or people from the community. I don't know. All I want, though, is to keep fostering a positive environment for people that gives back to the community from what you guys have given, and hopefully we can make a positive change in the world. That's what I want going forward. Music on point today. This has all been one artist. I just put on Pretzel and I found an artist that I like. Pretzel's a great service for anybody who needs like music for streams. If you're doing something like this, Pretzel Rocks is the name. It's $5 a month and it's all copyright free stuff that you can use on your streams. Really good. This artist has been Afilion, Afilion. I like him. I like what I've heard. Yo, Kata, thank you for the 10 gifted subs to the community, too. Holy shit. Appreciate that, man. Welcome back, dude. Love you. Dude, thank you for the support. I appreciate that so very much. There is one other thing that I'd like to put out as a goal for myself going forward. And I don't know when it's going to happen because I am not going to put myself to dates anymore. I put so much stress on myself in the past with projects that I wanted to do, and they built up and built up and built up, and I never did them. I'm not doing that. Not doing that anymore. But as a personal goal for myself, personal goal, I want to write an album. That's something that I want to do in the future because of how much I've really enjoyed this, and I want to get it charted for Clone Hero. And it might take a lot of time, but I really want to go to something that I've always dreamed of, which is my music. So give it time. I'm going to keep practicing. We'll see what happens. But that's where I'm looking. The way I've even framed this day in my mind is marching forward. And today is March the 4th. I didn't plan this to be that way, but it just happened. Things happen for a reason. March 4th, march forward. It works. GS Sigma, thank you for gifting 10 subs to the community. I appreciate you. Sure you didn't plan it? It's funny, Wasp. I was thinking about that name like a month ago. It just so happened. I looked at the date today and I was like, ha, that's funny. But I feel like, in a way, everything from my life up to this point has been me growing to the point that I want to start my streaming career. And I feel like it's going to be after this. I know that's weird considering all the work that's been put up to this point, but I feel like I'm putting all of that behind me now, finally. And I can finally let go of what brought me to this point. I feel like we're just getting started. I really do. Maybe I'm just a hopeless optimist, but I really do think that maybe this will help in the long run. And hopefully, if there's anybody out there that's been going through something similar to what I've been going through, Jesus, Jerry DePaul, Schulten and Geringer, oh my God, dudes! Oh, Jesus. Don't cry. I've been doing that all stream already. Sir Ken, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Garen, every single person that's gifted a sub or dropped bits, or if anybody has donated to the 88A, thank you. I did not put alerts up for that. I don't want people to be singled out or anything like that. I just wanted to suggest it. And hopefully we can raise some money for a good cause. Oh, Jesus. I see Breaking Jason is still a thing people like to do here. We've been live for less than an hour. How have we talked about this much? And when did that even happen, Magicu? I don't even remember. That was like a half hour ago. A new beginning, a new spark of light. That's it, man. I feel like this is the start of a new beginning. That's the way I see it. And I don't know how much stream time we're going to have each week. I don't know what I'm going to physically be capable of doing. I'm assuming that I'll be fine once I get back in the swing of things. But I don't want to... I feel like, and this is just the way my mind works, I feel like I've potentially, and I know a lot of people probably are going to think differently on this, but like I feel like I let so many people down just because I had so many things I wanted to do and I couldn't accomplish them because I put so much pressure on myself. And I know that that's not how it is, but that's how my mind works. And I don't want to even let myself get to that point anymore. I don't. Because this has always been something I've had for fun. And fuck the people that don't believe in what we're doing here. We're going to make a positive difference one way or the other. So whether it's the people that didn't believe in me with the jobs that I used to work, or even if it was my own biological father, fuck them all. We're going to make a beautiful future together, damn it. Optimism all the way. That's the way I see it. I went from not being able to function as a human being and barely getting by every day to being employed by the Jazz radio station. Dude, lactose! Hey, man. Dude, if you are, everybody experiences things differently. Do not feel bad about the way you experience life. That's something that I have had to think about a lot. I had to even convince myself that it would be cool to come on and talk about this today because the anxiety in my head was telling me like, hey, you know what? People are going to tell you that's not real. Hey, you know what? They're going to tell you this isn't real. You were faking this, weren't you? You were faking it. You just wanted a few months off, didn't you? Ha, la, la, ha, ha. And my brain went through every single one of those possibilities. Every single one of them. And you have to understand in life that you have to be able to justify the way you feel to yourself and realize why you are feeling that way, right? And grow and learn from it. Nobody else can experience emotion for you. It's life is crazy. I agree with that, Matchgoo. This is a different pirate song. What? Can we skip this? There we go. Jordy, appreciate the 4 months, man. Thank you. And Kip, I appreciate you. Old Snake, so good to see you, man. It's great to see you here too, dude. Much love, man. March forward, hell yeah. I think that that's going to be the theme for the year, man. Coming back from March forward. We're going to march forward together as a community, man. Feels pretty damn good. We all miss that Betty Rubble laugh of yours. It feels... This is probably the most I've laughed in a very long time. This is definitely the most I've smiled in the last few months. So, this is nice. This is really nice. Wait a second here. You made it all the way to the end? Oh, thank you for that. As Tara licks herself on the ground. There will be a video coming out here on the YouTube channel in the next couple of days of unreleased content from last year that all got mashed up into a video thanks to Chaotic, my editor. So that'll be coming in the next few days, and I hope to see you over on Twitch again. Thanks for making it this far, and I'd love to hear if you have experiences similar to what I've been through or anything like that. Throw it in the comments. I'd love to hear. Again, I appreciate your support. And thanks for putting up with the random edits and all of the emotion in this. It's been a lot of time needed to work up to this amount of vulnerability to go on the internet. But again, rock on, guys. Thank you for your support. Hope to see you on Twitch. Take care.